Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is April, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things I've learned from going to bed early. Stick around. Hey guys, as I said in the intro, I'm going to talk to you about 5 things I learned from going to bed early. So I started looking into going to bed early because if you're following this channel and have seen some of my other videos, you know that I have been dealing with some skin flushing, some other issues that felt like ADHD, and things that made me feel like I was basically going crazy. I was having lots of skin flushing on my neck, maybe a little bit, lots of skin flushing up my chest, up my neck, and then finally one day I thought, maybe this just isn't normal and I should start looking for what is going on. So I got on a track of histamine intolerance. Could have to do with histamine intolerance, could have to do with cortisol, other hormones releasing in the body that then create this chemical reaction, and then you have a histamine reaction from there. And a lot of many other factors. You can check out my channel and look at other videos to see some of the content that I have there. But one of the things that my functional neurologist said would be good is to get some proper sleep. So optimal sleep is between 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. Now, obviously, you probably want to sleep longer than that, but between 10 p.m. and 2 p.m., there's just all these wonderful things happening in your brain. So I'll go into that in another video, I'm sure. There's a lot of stuff going on in your brain that helps your nervous system, helps restore you on a cellular level, not to mention just kind of flushes out a lot of the toxins and garbage in your brain. So who knew? And you can always YouTube that. You can always just look in optimal or search optimal sleep between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. And I'm sure there's a lot of scientific people out there who know all the things that'll share that information with you. So I started trying to get to bed earlier over the past week, and I am a night owl. I try not to identify and label myself by many things, but I'm a night owl. So I was up for the challenge though, because I'm looking to heal my body. And besides coming off my birth control about a month ago, again, previous videos, check them out. So here today, I'm going to share with you the 5 things I've learned from going to bed early that I think might be beneficial to you. Maybe one day I'll have a bedtime routine that I'll show you, or a morning routine. But for today, I feel like if you're looking to go to bed early and you're looking for all the tips and tricks and want to feel like you're in community by searching YouTube videos, I feel like this would be a good video because it's going to tell you the actual 5 things I learned. Watch all the other videos. They're great. I love them. I love nighttime routine and morning routine videos. Watch those videos. But listen to this one about the things that you might expect if you're trying to go to bed earlier and get up earlier. So number 1, do a little at a time. I went from like going to bed at like 12 a.m. to just like, I'm going to be asleep by 10 p.m. Okay. So the first night I did that, it wasn't too bad actually. It took a little while to doze off, but it wasn't too bad. The second night that I did it, it was awful. I was not tired. I really wanted to look at my computer so bad, but you're not supposed to look at blue light and blah, 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 blah. And so I tried to follow every single rule, and I just laid in bed for the longest, and then I started to doze off, or what me and my husband call catch the train. I started dozing off, and my son yells out, "Mommy!" I was so pissed. And then I got anxious about not being able to go to sleep. Just do a little at a time. So then what happened is by the 3rd day, I told my husband, I was like, I'm not doing that again. I will be in bed by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, and I will try to be asleep before 11. And that worked out a lot better for me. So you just have to know yourself, set your time appropriately. Number 2, relax. Like for real relax. Not just get in the bed and relax. Relax. So one of the things I mentioned is that I was like, I wanted to watch YouTube so bad. I love watching YouTube videos. And I did get the blue light blocking glasses. But I just felt like I was hearing from these people say, don't like turn off all your electronics an hour before you go to bed. And so I was literally torturing myself. I just didn't really want to do that. So what I did on the 3rd night is I just put my blue light blocking glasses on, and I just watched TV, watched some YouTube videos on my laptop. And guess what? I was all right. The third thing is don't psych yourself out. So as soon as you start thinking about, I gotta go to sleep, I gotta go to sleep, I gotta go to sleep, you're gonna psych yourself out. So you might still psych yourself out, but that's okay. I think it's normal and part of the process. The first night I didn't psych myself out. The second night I did. The third night I started to psych myself out again because it's all still very new. And then I just I do a lot of meditation, so I was able to move my mind somewhere else and I wound up falling asleep. Plus I was super tired. So don't psych yourself out. Don't get so overly obsessed with everything's got to be perfect. I got to fall asleep at just the right time. And oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to fall. You're going to be fine. Your body knows how to go to sleep. It's going to be fine. And if not, you're going to have one torturous next day and then you're going to be super tired the next day. It'll be great. Number 4 is give it time. Here's what I've experienced in the first week. The first night that I slept okay, the second night I had absolutely no sleep. I've had headaches pretty much every day up until now. I started to get headaches in the middle of the day and I'm like, I don't even get headaches anymore. Why do I have headaches? And also I'm very hungry. I am quite an intermittent faster, maybe 75% of the time. But when you get up at 4:30 a.m., yes, 4:30 a.m., it's part of my plan. I figured that I like to stay up so late at night because I get so much time alone to do all these things to myself. And if I wanted to get that same kind of time, I needed to get up earlier while no one was asleep and just kind of flip. I know it's crazy, but it's working for me. But I'm so hungry throughout the morning and throughout the day. And that's new to me because I'm not used to feeling that. And then I was talking to my husband and I'm like, I think this is normal. If you're getting up at 4:30 a.m. and you're doing a workout and you're doing all these other things in the morning time, you're probably going to be hungry earlier in the day. Duh. You might notice some changes in your body, maybe some headaches. You might be a little fatigued. You might be a little, what's the word, on edge, a little anxious or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure what would happen for you, but these are just things that are happening for me. So I think you have to give it time. And then once my body gets used to this rhythm, like think about it. My body's so stinking confused. Like, hey, you're a night owl. And I just came off a Thanksgiving break. So we were really like living the life then. I mean, I can pull some 4 a.m.ers on the weekends. So resetting my body to, oh, what is this, melatonin? Don't suppress the melatonin. Actually use it and let's go to sleep. It's going to take some time. So give yourself some time to adjust. Don't be so hard on yourself that it's got to be the 5 easy steps to getting a good night's sleep. Your first week might suck. And number 5, find what works for you. So basically right off of number 4 into number 5, find what works for you. Your bedtime might not need to be 9 o'clock to where you're asleep by 10. Your bedtime might be 11 o'clock. Or you may not want to get up at 4:30 a.m. And a lot of it depends on what time you want to get up. So if you don't want to get up at 4:30 a.m., which is the reason why I'm going to bed so early, you might want to get up at 7 a.m. Or you just want to get an extra hour, whatever that looks like for you. Know what you need to do for yourself. So you can listen to all these tips and tricks and all the things that we've done, but you still have to find what works for you. So I just want to encourage you to, hear some of what I've gone through, the main 5 things I feel like I've experienced from my first week of going to bed early. So watch all the nighttime routines, enjoy all the nighttime routines, and then watch all the early morning routines, enjoy all the early morning routines, and extract out what works for you and what feels good to you, and test certain things out. And don't be too rigid. I think that for myself, when you get too rigid, I rebel and just don't want to do it anymore. If you want to stick to something, know why you want to do it. Like I said, I want to do it for my health. And I also really love that time in the evening when my kids are asleep and my husband's asleep to myself to think and be creative. So I just needed to switch that from the end of the day to the beginning of the day. The why is working for me. And then knowing what works for you. Again, things too rigid, I don't like it. If not everybody's roadmap is going to be your roadmap, but they might have some really key components to help you get where you want to go. So that's all I have today. I just wanted to share with you what I've experienced through my first week of going to bed early to help heal my body. So if you are, here's the thing. When my functional neurologist told me, if you could get some sleep, you'd probably solve a lot of your problems. I don't want him to hand me a magic pill. I want him to tell me what I should do, and then I want to try those things and do those things. So that's where we are, and I wanted to share that with you as I go along this journey, and I thank you for coming along for the ride. If this video was helpful to you, or at least entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And please leave a comment if you'd like to talk about your own experience with going to bed early. If you're trying to go to bed early, why are you trying to go to bed early? Have you done it in the past? What were the benefits of it? And any tips or tricks that you could share here on this channel. And I will see you next time. Have a great one.